Hey guys, just wanted to update you and let you know what's going on with me and my playing and what's going on for GPS in the future. A couple of years ago, as you know, 2 years ago, I had a massive stroke and it affected the left side of my body. It was a right-sided stroke, but that of course affects the left side. I couldn't walk, talk, or of course my fretting hand was non-existent back then. So, I had a heck of a road. I had learn how to talk again, which was easy. First thing that came back. Then the walking came back, and then my hands started moving after after a long time. And I remember cheering and making a fist watching a U of L game in the hospital because I was in there for a long time. Anyway, so the residual effects of this hand are the things that I wanted to discuss. I was a fast player in the past, and I was very comfortable mostly meandering around in the natural minor scales and the harmonic minor scales. Arpeggios, minor or major, I was fairly comfortable playing, and my speed and my synchronizing of my right and left hand were pretty good. Not a lot of sloppy playing, but there was some. Anyway, so not being a big fan of sloppy guitar playing, I didn't even want to listen to myself play. So it was hard to practice because I never really liked to practice in the past. I liked to play and I liked to listen to the playing that I was doing, but I never really practiced per se. I never really practiced playing things I couldn't play. It was so long ago when I was doing that as an adult, I haven't had to do a whole lot of that. So it's funny because as a teacher, I'm always on my students about practicing, but I understand how it is listening to yourself play when you're playing something that's just sounds like a mess. So, so the things that I can do, I can still play the linear kind of George Lynch-ish that kind of stuff. I can still kind of play all of the natural minor things in a linear or a scalular way. So I'm comfortable playing that. I'm comfortable playing the pentatonic stuff. Sometimes the Botox treatment that I had received has made my hands so weak that sometimes that I lose the feel of a half step versus a whole step. So there's that. The biggest thing is the biggest residual effect has been, in terms of my left hand, has been my index finger and my middle finger working together and cooperating and moving individually. Because now with this hand, I can do this, which of course you need to do with your fretting hand. The speed that I can do this that's about the max. So there's a big difference there. So I'm kind of like when I would imagine somebody really being called slow hand. Feels like that's not a great feeling, but you have to make what you play count, So I'm still working on that. I'm still working on my legato playing as well. If I were playing 6 notes and 3 octaves in E minor, I could play that a lot faster before. So one of the things that I've started doing is I've started playing arpeggios now in place of that. If I'm playing an E minor scale, what I'll do now is I'll take the 3 notes that I like right? And I'll play a run like that, which I would have never thought of doing that before. You know, so there's that. And then if I'm playing in a box, you know, you'll see me doing kind of a mini sweep. So I'll do. So what I'm doing there really is right. So that's kind of a mini sweep type thing. I'm fairly comfortable with the natural minor scales. So if I'm playing that, but you know, I've started using the bar so much more, which I used anyway a lot, and started listening to Brad Gillis a little bit. That'll help. That helps with intonation. So if I'm so that helps a little, but you know, it does suck having this happen, definitely. But you know, if you let it keep you down, then of course you're never going to get anywhere. So you have to practice. So some things that I would suggest, really for every guitar player, but especially synchronizing, would be pick every note cleanly. That's very, very important. Right, so if you're playing 4 notes, how fast can you play that without double picking? You know, so you want to get somewhere around the fast 16th note, right? And you want to try to move this finger along with the. But what I'm doing is it's kind of a lazy pivoting thing that I'm doing. But that's because this finger is still kind of working on rewiring itself. It's still trying to communicate with my brain just like that, so it's moving fast. So, you know, I'm playing fast, hoping that, you know, I can wake that up. I can wake that circuit up. And it's made me play different in the sense that instead of playing that sequence of 4 notes, I'll take a 4-note sequence like that, and I will do something like this, which is a great exercise. Okay, so I'll take that and repeat that and play that over and over. That's in B, so I'd be going. Right? Okay, and then on top of that, I would be putting a. Some sort of grandiose sounding chord progression. But anyway, I'm going to keep updating. I'm going to keep updating this, so hopefully you'll see my progress. I plan to take you in the studio with me, and we'll play some tracks, and we'll see how my progress is coming. And the one thing that I should say is that our playing is basically our vocabulary. So when we are playing a solo, it should be us singing, and it should be beautiful, you know. And I have to get my mind around the fact that my fast playing is something that I might have to wave goodbye to, maybe not, but you know. We'll see what happens, but keep singing and keep playing. So always expand your vocabulary and make sure that you can play your scales in a linear way, because that's the way we talk. All right.